Peace and blessings in this corner, Boxing 24. Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. As always, God is great and God is good. Sorry I'm getting on here a little bit late this afternoon. It was a long night last night after being at that fight at the Barclays, Danny Garcia, Jose Benavidez Jr. So, listen, it's a lot to say. I'm grateful, man, that I was in the house, I got to really, I took a picture with Jose Benavidez and his brother at the weigh-in, humble brother, not the portrayal that they give of him and some things that they talk about and they say about him is not what I experienced when I met him. He was happy to give me the picture and talk to me. And same thing with David Benavidez, man. Warm-hearted brothers, man. I got a lot more respect for them than I did, So as far as the fight last night, Danny Garcia, it definitely wasn't a majority decision. I wouldn't have gave it a majority decision. That was unanimous. He beat him unanimously. But I will say, as I'm thinking about it now, Danny Garcia was moving around a lot. He was moving around a lot. To me, he was moving around more than he was moving around with Spence. I don't know if he felt some power, felt something from Benavidez at that 154, but he was really moving. He was retreating a lot. Now his defense was decent though. His defense was good. He was moving his head. He was bobbing, weaving a lot of shots. I haven't really seen him do that in a while, but he definitely was moving more than I've really seen him, and definitely more than when he fought Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought probably with Errol Spence he would have moved like that, but with Benavidez he was moving. Now I will say he landed some good body shots though. Danny Garcia landed some beautiful body shots, a few head shots, and he looked good in that aspect. Jose Benavidez though, I respect him, but he's not. His reaction time is not good. He's not a good counter puncher, and he's pretty slow. Okay, so Danny Garcia, he could have did better actually, because Jose Benavidez is definitely slow, man. His reaction time is off. So could it have been a stoppage? I had said before the fight that Danny Garcia, if he couldn't hurt him, it was going to be a long night for him, and that he would have to beat him on points. And as we could see, he didn't hurt him. I don't know if it's that he couldn't hurt Benavidez because Benavidez could take a punch, or is it Danny Garcia's power that is not carrying up the 154? It's his first fight, so we could say that, but we really don't know. It's his first fight. He gets his second fight in at 154, then we'll see. And that depends on who he fights. But I will say that his body shots was good, his movement was good, he moved around the ring, and that's boxing. I listened to the post-fight press conference, and Jose Benavidez Sr., he was saying how, you need two fighters to engage, and Danny was, moving around a lot and couldn't get him. Well, that's boxing, man. Boxing is not just hit, get hit. And you know what I'm saying? Boxing is you hit me, I hit you, and you don't hit me. That's boxing. Now, of course, I'm going to get hit, but I don't want to get hit a lot. And that's boxing 101, okay? Defense. So Danny displayed that, However, like I said, Jose Benavidez, he's not the fastest puncher, and the reaction time is not that good. So, that kind of played into it as well, all right? Danny Garcia, what really surprised me, was that Danny Garcia, when he was asked about who he want to fight next, he talked about Keith Thurman. Like, what is that about? Keith Thurman is coming off of a 2-year layoff. He fought a blown-up 147-pounder in Mario Barrios, his last fight, and he was hurt again to the body. I mean, you could beat him. You fought him already. You had a razor-thin loss to him, okay? But what is that going to do to him? Why go to 154? You should have just stayed at 147. If you were going to fight him again. Like, how y'all going to do that? You going back down to 147? Y'all going to do a catchweight? He's coming to 154. Why fight him, though? What is that doing for your legacy? I don't get that. That's a fight that you should have been. That's something you should have asked for a while ago if you really wanted that fight. I don't see you getting that fight now and that making a difference in your career. You want to go forward and do big and better things. So Danny Garcia, asking for Keith Thurman after that fight, and his father saying the same thing, we'll take Keith Thurman? Nah, I think that's a bad move. And I don't think it will sell. Danny Garcia is not the biggest seller anyway. No disrespect. But Keith Thurman? Nah. If Keith Thurman was on a win streak, maybe if Keith Thurman was still that man, if he hadn't lost to Manny Pacquiao, if he didn't struggle with Barrios, maybe. But nah, that's not the fight. That's going to boost your career up towards the end. You want to go out with a bang. And if you fight Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, if you see this video, man, that's not going out with a bang. Angel Garcia, that's not going out the right way. Go out with a bang. Even if you lose, go out, fight the best. Honestly, at 154, I don't see how much damage you could do. You can't beat, to me, Lara. You're not going to be able to beat Lara. I don't see Danny Garcia beating Lara at 154. Absolutely not. He gets totally outboxed. 155, however y'all want to do it. Okay? Erickson Lubin is a problem for Danny Garcia. Tony Harrison is a problem for Danny Garcia. These guys got better reaction time. They're faster. Tony Harrison is a dog. I don't see Danny Garcia doing nothing with Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison is a dog, okay? He throws a lot of punches. He's busy. His reaction time is good. And he's strong. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to come forward. So he's going to hit you with shots. So Sebastian Fundora, this man is 6'6". Like, it's not too many in that division that can do anything with him. So this is what you have at 154. And then, of course, the champion, Jamel. Like, you got to chop them dudes down before you get to Jamel Charlo. And I think that's going to be too hard for Danny Garcia. He's not going to be able to do that. Okay, no disrespect. I like Danny Garcia. Respectful. He's not really a trash talker. His father talks a lot. He's a trash talker, but Danny Garcia is a good dude for the most part. But we just got to keep it real. Okay? So it's either his power is not carrying at 154 or he needs some time there, but I still don't see him outboxing Lara, Lubin, Tony Harrison. Just those three right there. We're not even going to talk about Sebastian Fundora. We're not going to talk about him, okay? And we're not going to talk about getting to the champ, Jamel Charlo, all right? So listen, man, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I might come back on here later and do something else and talk about, the undercard from last night. But yeah, listen, I'm glad I was in the house. I'm glad I was there. And, again, Jose Benavidez, hold your head up. You're a good fighter. You definitely got heart. And you come to fight, and you fought. You know what I'm saying? He'll fight anybody. I got mad respect. This is just his second loss. And like David said, he lost to a great champion. Danny Garcia is a great champion, or was a great champion. Okay, but he got that pedigree. He's been fighting for 15 years. Okay, he's a two-time champion, and he was a champion at 140, 147, and 140. Man, he was a beast. He was knocking everybody out. He was beating up everybody. He was a walk-down fighter, and then he came up to 147, and he got those 2 L's to Portland Thurman, but he still did some good work. Okay, but his best work, honestly, was at 140. So now you're at 154. And it's a whole different ballgame. These guys are bigger, stronger, faster, smarter. Okay? So you got to really be on point. It just can't be I'm going to visit 154 to see. Either you're going to stay there or you're not. We have to see what Danny's going to do. All right? But overall, besides that, it shouldn't have been a majority decision. No, it shouldn't have been no 114. Okay? No, it was unanimous, even though I didn't give Danny Garcia the first 2 rounds. I think those rounds could have went back and forth. It could have went to Benavidez. It could have been even the first 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say he does the first 2 rounds. It was a fill-out process, so I'm not going to give him the first 2 rounds, but I got him winning the fight unanimously at the end of the day. I would say 8-4. I don't give Benavidez more than 4 rounds, if you want to say that. All right. So that's pretty much all I have for today. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments, whether it's nay or yay. Let me know how you feel. All right. And help us keep bringing the good content. And everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.